just kidding. I'm just kidding. Leaves.
What is up,
just
party
kidding.
people? Welcome to Hog Rider Radio. I'm your gorgeous host, Dylan Branscombe, and up here to my kind of left, but he's like above me, but I'm kind of like in the middle of him and Wilkey, is the bearded one, Ethan Justice. How are you doing tonight, Ethan?
Good. I am feeling good today.
Oh, you're feeling good.
Yes, I am.
Why are you feeling so good?
I don't know. I just hanging out with some friends I haven't seen in a long time. So.
Oh, that's where he was. Here's a little bit of a precursor. Ethan was really late.
Very late.
Really
I'm sorry.
late. Really late to this. And we've been waiting. It's like 2 a.m. I'm just kidding. It's not 2 a.m. But we've been waiting a little bit. But it's all good. He's here now. We're all here. We're going to have a great time. One of the people that's going to be having a great time is right next to Ethan. He's the Milky Wilkey Way. Nathaniel Wilkey, how are you doing today, sir?
Just chilling. The usual.
Yeah, you know Wilkey. He's
That's
always
about it?
chilling. He's always chilling. Doing the
Oh,
same
you chill like
thing.
that.
Oh, Wilkey's always been chill like that. Look at him. He just dapped himself up. He doesn't even need to dap anyone else up. So, but right next to Wilkey is the three-eyed raven, Braven Arrington. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right. Just slight migraine, but you know, we all dealing with that somewhat.
He was popping pills before we got on here.
Mhm.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah.
No.
I didn't know you were chill like that.
Everyone's
Okay.
chill up here
All right.
for different reasons.
All right, yeah. I'm just gonna go to sleep now. Good night.
And to my right is the Elvis loving, hip thrusting, jailhouse rocking Matthew Morrison with the beanie again. You're gonna expect that every podcast. He loves them beanies, and he loves the Panthers. 2 and 2, they go together. So how you doing tonight, Matt?
Wow. Hey, this is great volume we're
Matt,
having,
you're
Val. We
muted.
can't hear you at all.
Matt, you're muted.
You're-
Talk again. Matt. Jesus
Matt, you're either
Christ.
connected to something else, my brother, or
Your AirPods must be dead or something.
We can
something's
edit this
dead.
part out.
Oh, wait.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Just the air. Bro, screw these things. I'm switching.
All right, everyone. Matt, how are you doing
All right.
tonight?
All right. How are you doing?
Matt, how are you
Well
doing? Matt, talk.
Just put your AirPods up. We don't want to hear them.
yeah.
It's the stupid AirPods. Okay, what? One more time. What was that?
How are you
Run
doing
it back.
tonight, Matt?
I'm doing good.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Oh boy.
Well, just in case you guys didn't-
all that struggle. I'm good.
Yeah,
Dude.
just that I'm good, and we don't get anything
You
else.
could
That's
have
all
just
we
gave a
get.
thumbs up. You could have just gave a thumbs up, and we would have said that too.
Look, after all that, I'm switching the beats. 100%.
Okay. Honestly, it's probably better for you because Jesus Christ, that was just a train wreck. But
Man,
just in
I bet.
case this is your guys' first time, this is Hog Rider Radio, where there's just a couple guys being dudes talking about anything pop culture related, entertainment related, whether it's movies, games, TV shows, anything like that, or we talk about whatever. We tell you what's been going on in our lives for the past, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whenever we last did our podcast, because our schedule is just completely made up and non-existent. So one thing that's happened in the past few weeks. Oh, I meant to say this. A reminder: we have a Discord, by the way, Hog Rider Radio Discord that this guy over here, Braven, runs. Sort of. We haven't really put anything in there really yet, but we have a bunch of channels where we do updates about the podcast. We do updates about our personal endeavors and what we all do, whether it's movie reviews, whether it's when we stream. Wilkey and Ethan kind of run the Gym Rat channel, and it's great. I love looking at it, even though I don't work out as much as they do. Or Matt. Matt works out a lot too. Me and Braven, we don't really work out that much, do we, Braven?
I only go when my fiance goes.
Oh, well, okay, that's a good enough reason to go. But yeah, we post about really anything in there. The link will be in the description of whatever you are watching, whether it's Spotify or whether it's YouTube. Doesn't matter. It's one of the two. It can be either or. But now let's get started. So one of the things that has happened last weekend actually, it came out, is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, the 30,000th movie in the MCU thus far. There's been so many, but this one I think was a good one, and we're gonna give our non-spoiler reviews, starting with Ethan Justice. What'd you think of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever?
I said this on the night I saw it, and it holds true to today. I feel like this was like phase two. This is what Marvel is supposed to be. Like, I feel like it got back to, you know, at the heart what a Marvel movie, a good superhero movie is supposed to be. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would definitely go watch it again. If I had to give it a rating, it'd be like a good like 8, 9, and 10. So.
Word, that's a very, very good rating. Wilkey, what'd you think, sir?
I mean, kind of the same. You know, it. I think it played off, what happened, in real life, and basically moving on with the story in a very like poetic way, like in a very good way.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing was like, I like that the villain wasn't like really a villain, more like an anti-hero, but I had more questions about like, why can he not work out with the Wakandans? Because literally they admitted, hey, we'll hide the person and everything.
Yeah.
That's not a spoiler, but there's certain loopholes that are like, okay, that makes sense, but it doesn't. But they're all very, very small. So, I mean, to me, it's like a 9 out of 10. That's easily really good. Easily one of the best Marvel movies. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. Braven, your thoughts? Go ahead.
Fresh from watching the movie, I'd have to say I kind of agree along the lines of like this kind of goes back to the roots, because MCU recently it's been like, oh, who's gonna cameo in this show or this movie, and it just feels like we're expecting something like huge and dramatic every single like other way. Like Mephisto, I'm not saying anything. Anyway,
we don't talk about
that. Yeah, but I really, it felt like genuine Marvel. Like we got back to the roots of what we started with. It felt like a continuation. You weren't expecting anything big to happen. You were just like, oh, this is continuing the story of where we've left off with our people from Wakanda and from the first Black Panther movie and the new people introduced. And I really enjoyed all the different takes from different perspectives of culture and music, and I really enjoyed the movie so much. It was that I give it a good like 8.9, 9.2 out of 10. So yeah.
Word. Matt, your thoughts? Go ahead.
I mean, I thought it was a great movie. Man, it was definitely a tearjerker for sure. Definitely was one of the most emotional movies I've seen in a while, especially for an MCU movie. And I think it was a great way to. Is this the last movie of Phase 4, I think?
So, yes, it is. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is technically Phase 4, but it's not a movie. It's a holiday special. It'll be about under an hour. So, yeah, this is the last movie.
I think it was a great way to cap off Phase 4. And, I mean, my only thing with it is that I just kind of like, I mean, yeah, I did respect the fact that Namor wasn't, like, that much of a villain, but, like, he wasn't, like, a hero either. Mm-hmm. But, like, I don't know, he just wasn't intimidating to me as the villain.
Oh, so wow.
That's a take. That's a take for.
I don't know, just for me personally, but I still would give the movie like a solid 8.5. It was a great movie.
Awesome. Well, based on the scores, I'm probably the highest on movie. But before we get into this review, I have a prop. I went and watched this movie at Smoky Mountain Cinema in Waynesville, North Carolina. There's your little shout out. It's a small theater. Very small. So I was very surprised to see what they had when they had this. It's a popcorn bucket. Hold on, let me see if wires don't get it all entangled. All right, you guys ready for this? Ready for this thing? Give me a drum roll. Drum roll. Here it is. Look at this thing.
Oh, that's dope. Holy cow.
I like that.
But guess what? It lights up. I'm turning my light off. Look at it.
Holy
Look
cow.
at this.
That's cool.
It was $20, so I'm glad you guys think it's cool. Definitely worth the money. Yeah, but anyways, my thoughts on the movie. I think
my dad got freaked out with the drum roll.
But my thoughts on the movie. I think this is the best overall film of Phase 4 by quite a margin. I still think No Way Home I enjoyed more, but that's because I'm a little nostalgic, little person. I like seeing Tobey Maguire. I like seeing Andrew Garfield, and it's just a good movie. But this one, oh man, Chadwick Boseman passing away is obviously, I'll never forget the day. It affected our world forever, and the amount of times in this movie, or when I heard about this movie coming out, I was like, there's no way they're gonna do it. There's too many things blocking them. Chadwick's gone. How are they gonna make this any good? Letitia Wright is anti-vax and making problems on the set, and it just this movie just seems impossible to make with everything going on. And this seems like a movie that not Marvel wanted to make, but Ryan Coogler wanted to make, and I think that's what makes it so great. Is that this feels like a Ryan Coogler movie. After I just watched Fruitvale Station, great movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's Ryan Coogler's, I think it's his first movie, but it feels like his kind of movie. Or Creed also. I mean, I think that's what makes this movie so much better than things we've seen in the MCU recently. Only con I really have is I don't like the runtime's a little meaty. It's a 2 hour 40-minute movie. It's long, but I don't think there's wasted scenes. I don't think there is one storyline that we'll get into that is more set up than it is to do with the movie. But I think it bleeds into the movie nicely. But a lot of people are complaining about it. But overall, Angela Bassett's freaking incredible. Give her an Oscar right now. That's Ramonda, Queen Ramonda, if you guys didn't know who Angela Bassett is.
Killed it.
And then Letitia Wright surprised the heck out of me as Shuri in the lead role. I did not. I thought she was cool in Black Panther 1. I thought she was cool in all the other stuff she was in. Not like a great character to me. I just thought she was funny, good comic relief. But man, she stepped it up, like unbelievably stepped it up. And one more thing I want to say before we get into spoilers and stuff like that is the score by Ludwig Göransson is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's better than the first one. I didn't think it could top it. But holy crap, it was. There are moments where I was like, this movie's unreal. But those are my thoughts. I'd give it a 9.6 out of 10. I'm very high on it. It is number 6 on my MCU rankings. Like, it is.
I saw that.
It is a great movie. I think the only problems are pacing. And, yeah, there are some little plot holes, but you're going to get that with every Marvel movie. But, yeah, so now that's done with non-spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie Wakanda Forever, we're going to talk about spoilers in like 5 seconds. So you got 4, 3, 2, 1, spoilers. Okay, we're done. Spoiler talk. MBJ.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well.
Man, the audible gasp in the theater when she turns the corner in the Ancestral Realm and freaking Killmonger is sitting on that throne was jaw-dropping, dude. I will never forget that. That was insane. What do you guys think of other more spoiler-ish stuff?
I mean, Marvel really just said, let's give him another one. With, well, I'm talking about post-credit scene. They said, let's just make another one.
Yeah.
I was just, my little brother's friend turned to me and said that, and I couldn't help but laugh. I was like...
You couldn't help but laugh. I thought it was great.
No, but with what he said, that's what he said to me. And I was like, you're not wrong, but like this is comic accurate because, like, T'Challa died in the comics, and then Shuri took over the mantle for a while until the son was ready to take the mantle.
I think that was the most tasteful way to recast T'Challa. I know a lot of people wanted that to happen, and you're absolutely bogus if you think that should have happened. But that was the most profound way to do that, I think. And then we're going to wait, another probably 10, 15 years down the line before we get him in the Black Panther mantle. But, yeah, go ahead, Ethan.
Can we just talk about the scene right before that when they're flashing scenes from the first movie? Oof.
Oh, my gosh.
I almost teared up.
I definitely teared up. I didn't tear up at all during the movie. I was pretty sad, but I didn't tear up. I think the Marvel intro with the Marvel sequence where it just shows Chadwick Boseman instead of the Avengers and all that good stuff, and it's silent, and you just hear like the wind kind of rustling. Is very powerful.
Pin drop.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that, Wilkey?
What I like is as soon as it went to anything related to Chadwick Boseman, nobody said a word.
Yeah.
Everybody was just
super respectful.
They understood. They understood, and they passed the vibe because it's awesome.
I'm dissing people in my theater real quick. There was a group of like 15, 14-year-old girls in like the corner just making noise during like a very sad, like I think it was the funeral of T'Challa, and they're over there laughing, and I'm literally about to grasp. I'm like, shut up.
Oh man, I'm a stickler about that kind of stuff too. But one thing I wanted to say is I've been a part of movies where like it's been quiet. Like A Quiet Place is a good example where people don't want to move because it's so quiet, and that's like the point of the movie is because if you move in A Quiet Place, you could die. Like that's like the whole point of the movie. I don't know if you've seen A Quiet Place, but it's great. You should watch it if you haven't seen it.
Really good.
I've never been a part of a movie where I was scared to move during quiet moments because I didn't want to mess up the moment. Like I've never been a part of that. It's quite surreal to be a part of that. Like I don't know. It's hard to put into words. Like just being frozen and like paralyzed in emotion, and it's just insane to like even think about. And I think they executed everything perfectly. I think everything was done tastefully. Like we said, the last, when Shuri closes her eyes and thinks of T'Challa, and we see Chadwick and his scenes in the first movie. I think that was just. I'm glad they didn't do a CGI thing where they like CGI created. I'm glad they didn't do that because that would have been horrible. I hate that anyway. Even with like Star Wars stuff, like I just don't like it.
Yeah,
they did that with Ghostbusters too. So.
Oh jeez, but yeah, just there's so much emotion put behind this movie that you feel when there's emotional moments. So I think that's something to praise. What's up?
Speaking of emotions, I was like almost downright scared that siren scene when they were like mind controlling them. I was like,
bro,
I was not
Lord.
Expecting that. That was almost that was horror level like stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
wow. That was like Pirates of the Caribbean, like I think it's the fourth movie.
They all blend together in my head.
Yeah.
But one thing that about that scene, like I thought it was a score for a minute, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be dope. They're all scary, and like this is gonna have a scary score. And then it goes to them, and I'm like, oh wait, they're singing, and I was like, oh, it's sirens. Like I was like, no way they're doing the siren thing right now. And then they start like walking off the boat and like jumping in the water and killing themselves. Like I was like, holy crap, this is like horrifying. It was really scary. And then our introduction to Namor is like him swinging around the helicopter, and then like the camera goes from the ocean and pans up to Namor in the dark sky, and you can barely see him. And it plays that like more thing or whatever. I don't know what that is, but I was freaking terrified. Like I was just like, this is
Namor
insane.
was amazing.
I thought Namor. Who said that Namor was intimidating? I can't remember. Was it Matt? I completely disagree. I thought Namor. What's his name? I don't want to butcher his name. I think it's Tenoch Huerta. If it's not that, please, you can make fun of me in the comments if it's not that. But he was fantastic. I think he's a top 10 MCU villain for sure. He's a walking monologue. He was amazing. But Braven, what's up?
It's him.
Hot take. I agree with Matt actually.
Wow.
It really intimidated me when like he punched. Oh gosh, what's his name? The leader of the yes. When he broke his chest thing, that scared me.
As someone who's read him in the comics, I was just like watching him the entire time. I was just like, "You're just a homewrecker. I'm not afraid of you." Because of just how he is.
Hey, Matt, we can't hear you, bud.
Yeah, sometimes Matt, listen. This is what happened. No. It's fine. This is what happens. Something with iPhones. Sometimes, like when someone else is talking and you try to talk, we take over and it doesn't play your audio. It is super weird. But try talking right now. We won't speak. We'll let you get your thoughts in. Go ahead.
Okay. So, can you hear me? Right?
Yes.
You can hear me. So, one of the things is I know they like showed the origin story for like the wings on his feet and everything, but I'm sorry, but if there's a villain with like on his feet, I thought he was like a Cupid. Like I thought he was a villain like Cupid or something. I thought he was like honestly.
Oh my gosh! I thought the wings on the feet were cool, man. You see how he moves in the air? He was like stepping on air. It was the weirdest thing, but I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
And then another thing, I don't know, it caught me off guard like right out the gate. Very first scene of the movie. Was not expecting all that. Like caught me off guard. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
very first scene got me, bro. And then what was I gonna say?
He's not wrong. That was crazy.
It was heavy. Yeah, like
set the tone.
And then, like, what do y'all think about the first? I think this is the first showing of Ironheart. I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
It's the first. You can go. You can say your thoughts first since you asked.
I mean, I thought it was cool, but I mean, like, I was kind of confused because I thought the storyline, like, after I didn't really read the comics, but like I thought after Iron Man, I thought his daughter would like be like, in a sense, like the next, So it kind of.
Is it Riri Williams?
Yeah, Riri.
mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So she's like one of the top minds in the Marvel comics, and she was a fan of Tony Stark's, and she made armor and such like that. It's just like in the MCU as we see.
Yeah.
But it's just a bit different in this one because I mean Wakandan tech, and this is like in the comics it's not Wakandan tech, but I still understand. I mean Falcon got Wakandan tech for his wings, so
yeah.
So I understand it. It makes sense.
Winter Soldier does too.
Exactly. So
my opinion on Riri though, I think she was. People were saying she's underutilized, and I kind of disagree. I don't think she's underutilized. I just don't think it wasn't her movie and her story, and people kind of thought that was her. That she would get more, and I was like, well, I'm kind of glad she didn't get more because we got so much of other good things that I feel like if she would have had more screen time, it would have taken away from it. But
you don't want to outshine other people in their own movie,
Yeah, so that was only my opinion on it.
Plus, she has her own show coming, so
yeah, that was my thing too. So I didn't really. I thought she was good. I like Dominique Thorne. She was great. Yeah, that's my opinion on her. I thought her suit kind of looked dumb, but
I don't know. I thought it looked kind of cool, futuristic looking.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I didn't really like it that much. What's up, Matt?
In my opinion, her outfit kind of looked like an old villain from the Power Rangers.
Yeah,
no offense.
It kind of reminded me of Power Rangers a little bit, but I'm not going to harp on it too much. It wasn't something I was like, oh man, I hate this movie because the freaking suit looks bad. But
oh yeah, right, yeah.
I mean, it's a Mark 1.
Yeah.
I also, honestly, whenever Shuri had the chance, I kind of wanted her to kill Namor. Like after all he did to her, like the inner villain in me, like the vengeance, I really wanted her to kill him because I was like, yeah, mess him up because he just killed your mom and all of them. Oh, that's another spoiler. So yeah,
well, I mean,
Matt literally just went, "I'm vengeance, kill him."
I mean, I'm so glad they didn't go to Killmonger
really
route.
like,
what's up?
Matt's really like, I'm my villain arc. Okay. No, but I think it was a good choice not because oftentimes we're so focused on, getting revenge. We don't understand that sometimes we just have to accept the way things are and try to just work with what we have.
True.
If you think about it, if she would have killed him, his people would have killed basically all of her people because it was like a balance. Like they had to,
Real quick.
Yeah. Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Real quick. Plus, if she killed him, that's another villain we lose to just random bullcrap. So there you go.
I'm glad they didn't go the Killmonger route because I really enjoyed Killmonger and. That was the only kind of iffy thing with me. I was like, oh man, I wish we would have kept him around. Like he was so compelling. Like I really wanted that character to stay around.
We got him.
Yeah, and we got him again. But still, you know what I mean. Like I want him alive. Like I want him to be a part of this universe in a live way. I'm glad we're keeping Namor around. I'm glad that her arc was really similar to T'Challa's arc in Civil War. I'm glad that they kind of show that kind of darker side to Shuri that we didn't have before, and the fact that her mom getting killed was her reason to kind of have vengeance, like T'Challa's dad getting killed was the reason for his vengeance, is really poetic, and people can say it's copy and paste, but I think it's great. But yeah, I love what they did with Namor and Ironheart. But
about the Michael B. Jordan thing, my sister got all giddy when he showed up. I was like,
that's not good.
Literally him showing up is the worst thing that could have happened at that point. Like, I was like, why are you happy that he's here? She's like, I don't know.
He's like,
it's cool. No, it's very cool.
That was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Like, I was like, oh. No, but yeah, Queen Ramonda's death was something that I sort of saw coming, but even when it happened, like, I was like, "Ooh, man! Like, this is hitting hard." Like, I really liked her, and Angela Bassett was incredible in the movie. And yeah, Wilkey, what's up?
I have to say, her death scene, and then Namor just saying, "You're queen now."
He was like, "Mourn your people. You get a week. You're queen now. Figure it out." I was like, "You're telling me he's not intimidating?" He said the coldest freaking thing ever to Shuri.
Oh no, I'll admit that. That was pretty intense, and I was like, "Geez, dude."
Right.
But
he just, man, he was out for blood. He got it. It was, man, just really,
I know he's a powerhouse, absolutely. It's just the fact that, like, well, I just wasn't intimidated him by seeing him in other comics, like, but he is powerful in comics as well. He just his weakness is Sue Storm. So I mean,
yeah, he do get down with Sue Storm, but we'll get into that when the Fantastic Four get in here. One thing I did want to talk about is what I mentioned in the review when I talked about a kind of pointless storyline, but it's more to set up. I think I like seeing Dave Fontaine and Martin Freeman's character. What's his name? Everett Ross.
Oh yeah.
Like, I thought it was cool. Like, I was like, okay, we're setting up Thunderbolts and probably Captain America: New World Order, but I was like, every time they went back to them, I was like, ugh. Like, I want to go back to Wakanda, or I want to go back to Talokan, which is beautiful, by the way. I want to see more of Talokan for sure. That scene was amazing when they showed Shuri, all that stuff.
That was almost like seeing Wakanda for the first time. Like, it was.
Yeah. It was very, very well done. I'm glad. Like, this movie shot so well. Like, it was just. That's what I was saying about Ryan Coogler. Like, this doesn't feel like a Marvel, like, just put out movie. Like, this feels like a director like wanted to take this movie and like make it his own. But then Marvel, of course, they sprinkled their stuff in there. There's the Marvel comedy. There's the Marvel setup with Everett Ross and Dave Fontaine. There's all that sort of stuff. But at the heart of this film, it is a Ryan Coogler tribute to Chadwick Boseman at the heart of it. But we're talking about Everett Ross and stuff. But that storyline was like fine. Like, I was just like, it was fine. Like, I like Martin Freeman. I think his American accent is pretty bad, but it's okay. And Dave Fontaine's a fun character. I like seeing her. I like Louise Dreyfus. She's a great actress. So I liked it enough, but it was just one of those things where I was like, man, I really want to go back to Wakanda and Talokan and see what's going on there and really sit with these characters a little bit more. But yeah.
It took me out of it every time I saw her, though, because I can only see Seinfeld. I don't know why.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, and then they brought up the point that they were like married for a time. Did y'all get that?
Yeah. I was like,
it's a little weird.
I was like, whoa, okay, that was weird. I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, that was the only thing I was kind of like iffy on. What were y'all's thoughts on it?
Yeah, it was just extremely one out of the blue and just very strange, I feel like. I mean, I guess it's understandable. It gives them a little bit of a backstory, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, to me,
you go ahead.
To me, it was kind of like, just like a filler. Like, it wasn't important to me. Like, I still paid attention. Like,
yeah.
But it's just like, kind of like they wanted to get a break to like distract the audience for a while or something. May not be their intention, but I kind of feel like, to me, it's like, okay, like, it's cool, but it's not really what we're working on, because there was like little to no importance to it other than, him saying to Queen Ramonda, like, hey, the government's out to get you. Oh, okay, well, don't worry. We're going to go save my daughter.
Yeah.
But she
That's
dies.
literally the only purpose it served.
Mm-hmm. He was just
That's
like a warning
literally
piece,
it.
and then it's set up. It's all it
Yeah.
was. It's just set up that the government is after Vibranium and Wakanda. Like that line, I will say this, like the line that Louise Dreyfus says where she's like, imagine, or Everett Ross is there, like, imagine if the U.S. had a mountain of Vibranium, and then Louise Dreyfus is like, oh, I would dream for that. That's my lifelong dream. And it's like,
scary.
and it's scary. Like it's genuinely scary. And you're like, this could lead to something really cool. It's just this movie has such a better big plot that it's just kind of hard to really care about that kind of stuff. Now I bet down the line it'll be like, wow, that was great payoff. But it's just whatever. Braven.
I'll be honest.
Nope,
Well-
Braven goes first.
Real quick. There's two things I have to say. One, I liked it, and the only reason I liked it is because I was sitting next to my dad, and my dad goes, "Hey, I know her from Falcon Winter Soldier," and I was like, "Yes,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
yes." I was like, "Awesome! That's a great moment. I love it. I love it when he can like tell stuff out like that." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yes." And the second thing, like, I agree with your point. It's like it's a good setup, but Thunderbolts doesn't come out till the end of Phase 5.
Yeah.
Almost the very end. It's like the second to last movie, isn't it?
Phase 5? Yeah. I don't think it's the end. It's probably towards the end. I don't know. I don't have the timeline right here, but I think it's towards the end. Yeah.
I was about to say it's. I know it happens after Captain America, New World Order. So
I want to say 2024, but I could be wrong.
I thought it was like 2026. Let me be
Oh
honest.
God, no. 2024.
No, wait,
probably.
no, that's 2024. But I was like, it's a very cool setup what y'all doing, but there's nothing that can add on to this other than like Secret Invasion coming out like next
Next year. I think it's next March or April or somewhere in there.
Yeah, like there's nothing that can really add on to it, and that's probably barely anything
Yeah.
if they add anything onto it, because we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then we have Secret Invasion. So,
Mhm.
and I don't know what comes after that. I can't remember. But
Any other thoughts on that, you guys, from that plot point?
I was just gonna say, well, I still think it came out of the blue and was kind of weird. And it was, as Wilkey said, it was like a filler. I almost feel like it was good because everything that was happening in Wakanda was so heavy. I feel like it was just a break, but
A break. That's true. That it could be perceived that way.
again, I still think it was like a little strange. But
Yeah.
I just thought of that.
One thing I did want to talk about. I know we were talking about the score earlier, how good it was, but Shuri's theme, unreal. Like the guitar, it was like a wow, wow. It was just like, what the heck? Like, this is a baller theme, and I think it's one of the better themes in the MCU that we've gotten. Like, it is.
also, I like how it started like really kind of dark,
Yeah.
and then it got a little bit.
And it mixed in the Wakanda theme a little bit. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but it was like the Barano, and then it was like bum 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 bum. It was just like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Like, Ludwig just went crazy. He's going for that Oscar again. He won one with the first one. He's going off again. He's trying to get another one. It was completely dope. It's one of the best scores I've heard in a long time. But yeah, any other thoughts on Wakanda Forever, spoiler wise, before we move on to the next topic of conversation? Any other thoughts?
Yeah, that was it.
My popcorn bucket is very great. It's good. I don't know if they're selling it anywhere. If they're not, you guys missed out, because look at this. It even look, it's like a big blue light. Really cool.
I bet
really
that was
cool.
distracting in the theater.
No, I didn't have it on in the theater. I'm not like that. When I had my popcorn, I couldn't see, and there was a point where I was like looking to try and find it, but it was great. Good popcorn too. I ate it all. But yeah, all right. That's it on Wakanda Forever. Give us, Jesus Christ, can't put it down. Give us your thoughts on Wakanda Forever in the comments below. Tell us if you liked it, if you hated it, what did you like about it, what did you hate about it, what was your score? Was Namor good? Was Shuri good? Did you like the Martin Freeman storyline? Give us your thoughts. It can be whatever. Wakanda whatever, It can be that if you want to. So that was really bad. I'm really sorry about that.
please, never.
So I wanted
All right.
to move on to a topic about Phase 4, since Wakanda Forever is technically the end. Guardians of the Galaxy is there too, but, it's really the beginning of Phase 5. Wait, yeah. Phase 4 altogether. I wanted to talk about our overall thoughts about it, and what was our favorite project and our least favorite project from Phase 4. Ethan, I'm going to start with you, since you're on the left. I just like starting with you. It's easier to go down the line.
All right. I haven't given it a whole lot of thought, but I'd have to say my favorite project, and you'll probably agree with this, Dylan, was Miss Marvel. And it took me a while to watch it, but by the end of it, I was like, wow, it was actually way better than I thought it was going to be, because I was not interested in it at all to begin with. And then when I started watching it, I was like, this is genuinely very cool. They did a good job. Well, I say that. Black Panther is still very good, but we have already talked about that, so I wasn't going to put that in there.
Okay.
But I think my least favorite project... in Phase 4, let's see. I can't even remember all of Phase 4.
There's like Eternals. I'm trying to remember all like the kind of stuff. Black Widow. I'm trying to remember not great.
You already named it. Eternals. That was probably my least favorite, because I mean it was cool. It was cool to see them. Cool to see That's the one thing I did get from Eternals. It was really cool to see a Celestial for the first time.
Yeah, that was pretty
But
done very well.
But I feel like they fumbled with that movie. Like it could have been a lot better than it was.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Wilkey, what are your thoughts? Phase 4.
If you don't pick the movie, I think you're gonna pick.
Yeah, I already know the favorite.
I can't really say Wakanda Forever, because honestly, I think it's equal to the one I'm about to say. Just because I just think Wakanda Forever is just like really well developed based on what it had presented to it.
Yeah.
But favorite is Shang-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy?
It's good. It's good.
Yes, because I know that's yours.
Yeah.
I love the story. It's not perfect. There's some stuff that needed to be answered better, especially the villain thing. But I love the story. Sucker for philosophy being tied into why we do certain things. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah.
Least favorite, I guess Eternals, but I kind of like Eternals. I don't know. It's really weird. Only reason I say it's least favorite just because there's so many plot holes. Like, if they were watching over us, why didn't they stop Thanos?
Oh, they said,
or at least help.
What'd they say? They said we're not allowed to interfere with human.
Yeah,
but it's like, it's like a universal thing. So like,
it's galactic. Yeah.
Yeah. So
not even just that.
It's like
not even just that. If you here's a big plot hole of Eternals. What's it? I don't know. Harry Styles is the
is it
Eros?
Eros. He's Thanos' brother.
Eros.
Yeah, it's Thanos' brother. Technically, the Eternals are deviants. That makes Thanos a deviant, and that makes him a problem that they should have went and solved.
I don't know, dude.
You're
forgot
just
about
wrong.
that movie, Loki.
Sure.
You're just wrong. Also,
that answers my question. That answers my thing already. So go ahead.
What's up, Loki?
Another plot hole, like the Celestial, like living in the Earth. Okay, there's just, and the end result is a big hand in the middle of the ocean. Yep. Oh, word. What are we going to do? News report. That's it. Nothing else.
Dude, no, there's been no other Marvel project that's even talked about it.
No one said a single thing.
I will say Kit Harington. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Me and Wilkey know. Jon Snow, man.
Kit Harington.
He's
perfect.
great.
I'm excited to see more of him.
He's great. I love him.
Yes. So.
What? Okay, so at the end of Eternals, what character is he, by the way?
Jon Snow.
He's Black Knight.
Comics.
Black Knight, right?
He's like
the Black
Knight.
He's
Black Knight.
Yeah. He's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
With Blade, because that was Mahershala Ali's
so
voice.
the sword is basically like Mjolnir, but except like you have to be filled with great sorrow to actually pick it up.
I'd be
I could
perfect
do it.
for that, man.
Oh my gosh.
Wilkey's like, that's my sword. I already know. All right, Braven, your thoughts on Phase 4? Favorite project, least favorite?
I'm about to get a lot of heat for this, but it's the reaction of like, because I watched this show with my family and it was the reaction of everybody, but Hawkeye's my favorite.
Wow. I do like
Yeah.
Hawkeye. I do like
See,
Hawkeye.
the reaction of like Kingpin, right? Like
Yeah.
even when he came up and like laughed and put his hand on Echo's shoulder, like when she was a kid, like my brother paused the show, just turns around and look at me. He's like, "Dude, my heart can't take this right now. Is that Kingpin or not?"
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I really hope it is. And when it got to the moment, like the freak out was not even just from me and my brother. It was from me, my brother, my fiance, and my dad. So
Yeah.
I was just like,
Cool moment.
it was a cool moment for me. And I love Christmas based stuff.
Yeah.
So I was
I'm a
like,
sucker for that too.
yeah. And I was like, yes,
And-
MCU show based with
Also,
Christmas. Yes.
We love Haley Steinfeld, so there's that.
Oh my
We
word.
love some Haley Steinfeld. Let me tell you, Haley, if you want to be on the podcast, all you got to do is just hit me up so we can make it happen. We'll drop Matt. We don't care. We'll put Haley on here.
Oh my lord!
Wow. Just sacrifice Matt.
Matt's our favorite. We'll give you Ethan instead.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
man. All right. Anyways, Matt,
I'll leave right now.
your thoughts on Phase 4?
Okay, my favorite project, dude, by far was No Way Home.
Oh wait. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Braven, your least favorite.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I totally forgot about it. I was like ready to move on to Matt.
No.
Shoot, give me a second. Because like everybody's answered Eternals right now, and I hate to be that way, but
Oh, I'm gonna answer
No,
Eternals too.
no.
I'm
You
gonna
can,
keep.
you
I'm
can
gonna keep
be
the
on
train
the
going.
train. Join us.
because it wasn't
It's
it wasn't even just like it wasn't even
Bad.
just the it wasn't like absolute crap. It
Yeah.
was just there was a lot of things I just didn't like.
Confusing.
It was confusing. I didn't like half of the Eternals. I say like a good like 3 or 4 of them. I didn't care for
I only
much.
like 2 of them, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, and I was disappointed a bit. So
You guys, if you're listening on audio, I just did the guy who does the finger guns in Eternals. I was just going like pow, pow,
It's-
pow.
It's not joining the bandwagon, Braven, if we're right.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, true. And like, also their powers are a lot different than the comics, and I was just like, this is kind of a letdown. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Matt, what are your thoughts? We can move on to you now.
Okay, so my favorite project was No Way Home. Just bringing back Toby and Andrew, and then having Tom in there in the mix, man, it was just awesome. And then William Dafoe killed it.
Hold on. It's
Yeah.
not William. It's Willem.
Willem,
Oh,
Willem.
sorry,
There you go.
Willem
There you go.
Dafoe killed it.
Yeah. Great.
Now, like, I didn't really care for Sandman and Lizard. They didn't do anything really relevant at all.
lizard.
Doesn't even he doesn't even deserve to be called what he is. Anyways, get the peasant stuff out of here. Anyways,
Oh, dang. Wow.
anyway, I like the fact that Jamie Foxx, he killed it.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he did pretty good. Just bringing everything back, and I've always grown up watching all of the Spider-Man, and I think also just it kind of like in a way showed like how good Andrew Garfield could be if he actually has a good script, because he's a great actor. It's just like his movies are underappreciated because of the script, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Least favorite, honestly, I can't really think of one because I haven't really watched as many of Phase 4 projects as y'all have. I've only, I just
join.
I just haven't even seen it, so
that you're. I wish I could get those 2 hours back.
2.5.
Phase 4 project that I can remember watching, I can't really remember what's all on Phase 4. I've probably seen more than I'm thinking right now, but from what I'm
Doctor
thinking.
Strange 2, Eternals, Black Widow, She-Hulk, Loki. She-Hulk was fine.
She-Hulk was good.
Y'all animals are just.
She-Hulk was good.
Listen,
no.
Charlie Cox saved
No.
it, in my opinion.
Okay.
Anyways.
Only ones I can remember watching was No Way Home, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther. I watched a little bit of Loki, a little bit of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Missing out.
Yeah, I am missing out. I haven't really been able to watch a lot of shows. The only time I can ever watch them is when I get COVID.
Word.
The multiple times, or
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I had COVID like 8 times.
I've had it twice. And I watched the crap I did. That was the most productive when it came to watching shows.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll give my thoughts. So I'm gonna do least favorite. We're gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do my least favorite movie first. Obviously, least favorite movie. I'm joining the pack. Eternals is okay. It's not bad. It's just extremely missed potential.
fumbled the bag.
I think Celestials are cool. I think it's one of the more well shot movies in the MCU. I think Chloe Zhao's a very good director. She's been nominated for Oscars, I think 2 or 3 times now. She's a great director. So many characters to balance. So many. I didn't like half the Eternals. I only liked Richard Madden because he's in Game of Thrones, really. I thought he was a decent villain. Freaking Robb Stark, Red Wedding. I just feel bad for him, I just got to feel bad for him forever. Jon Snow, of course, is in there. Just killing it. Just killing the game. I can't wait to see more of him. But
He isn't even an Eternal, and he was one of my favorite.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the movie for like 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes, like 20 minutes. But so I think just like the villain was just kind of like blah. And there was like some interesting things there where they were like everyone's a deviant, and they're like, oh, well, what does that mean? And then like they kind of have that conversation like, oh, this movie might get interesting, and then they just kind of drop all that and they have a third act battle on the beach, and it's just not very fun. I just don't. I forget about it a lot, and I don't know. It's just a blah movie. That's really all I have to say about it. My least favorite show, and people are gonna hate me for this. I get a lot of flack for this, anyways. Right now, my least favorite show is Moon Knight. So far, in the MCU, that's my least favorite show. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah.
See, I don't agree with that, and the only reason I don't is because I love Oscar Isaac. So
okay, Oscar Isaac's incredible. By far the best part of the show. He had the best performance of the MCU in Phase 4. That's my opinion. I think he was phenomenal. Very well. Just the plot is just not interesting. I think the only thing interesting is the DID thing, like him having his double personality. Like that's the only interesting thing. Everything else is kind of like whatever. I think Ethan Hawke does a good job as the villain. Like he's decently fun to watch. But the freaking finale sucks. And y'all can't tell me otherwise. Finale sucks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't what I was hoping for. And I'll give you this of the shows in Phase 4. It was the most missed potential, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it. But go ahead, Braven.
Well, I was gonna say the only thing I really liked about the finale was the switching between personalities in the fight.
Okay.
That was the only really thing I was like, oh, that's amazing. And then the whole Jake being the other personality and and you.
Oh. Okay. So one of my least favorite things in movies and shows is when they build up to something and then they just don't show it. It's off screen. We have been building up to Jake Lockley this whole freaking show. All right? Oscar Isaac blacks out. He comes back. These dudes are freaking impaled on sticks and necks slit open. And, they just
that was episode 3.
Dead. Yeah, they are dead. And it's and they just keep on building on it. I'm like, oh, man, we're going to see Jake Lockley at some point just go crazy. Just go insane. I was like, all right, final fight. Here we go. It's going to happen. And he goes. And I'm like, oh, we're going to see it. And then he blacks out, comes back, fight's over. I'm like, what? What the heck? I wanted to see that. I wanted to see dudes get freaking impaled on sticks. It was so missed. I mean, yeah, that too.
That's
but
a new
like,
statement.
just forget, just like, just it's so much missed potential there. And then like the third act's like fun, I guess. Like he's fighting with different personalities and stuff. But then like we have this crocodile fighting this mummy, this giant crocodile.
Okay, yeah, I'll
fighting
agree
this
there.
giant
I'll agree
mummy.
there.
That was a
For
little
no
goofy.
reason. It wasn't just goofy. It was stupid. It was dumb. If you guys think Moon Knight is the best show in the MCU, you are stupid. You're stupid. All right. I got to get that because holy crap, the finale was bad. It was bad. Bad.
Wow.
Bad.
Calm
That's what I have to say
down.
about Moon Knight. But
Calm
my
down,
best,
my brother.
my favorite movie. Get on a little lighter note. Favorite movie. I'm gonna have to go with that. I think No Way Home is probably the best like overall experience. I think the best overall film is Wakanda Forever. But I think Shang-Chi is up there too. Shang-Chi's up there. I think it's the top 3. I think it's the third behind that. Shang-Chi's great. Love it. But I think No Way Home, just what it accomplished, making a great movie while juggling all the comebacks.
The hype around it was crazy too.
Oh, just that era of Marvel is one of the best of all time.
The theater itself was crazy.
Yeah, packed theater. Watched it Thursday night. Like just packed. Seeing Daredevil for the first time on a big screen with Charlie Cox. Like it was just great.
I'm a great lawyer.
It was awesome. Everything was great about it. Obviously there's plot holes, but who cares? But my best show is Miss Marvel. And you guys can hate on that all you want. Miss Marvel's the best show.
It's good.
You just gotta
Wilkey, stop shaking your head. It's good.
I'm over here shaking my head too. What you mean?
Nah.
Stop,
That meme I
Braven.
sent
It's
you.
good.
There is no show
meme
with
I
more
sent
heart
you.
that the MCU has made so far. Loki was kind of a drag. The last the 4th episode. Yeah,
I was about to say,
said
wait
it.
a minute, the last.
No.
Yeah,
To the last.
Loki's the second best show, for sure.
Okay.
But
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah. Oh,
was like,
no, it's
bro.
definitely not down there.
You're
No,
somewhat
no.
forgiven. Okay.
Yeah, second best show. But Miss
Oh, boy.
Marvel, I think, was consistently good. I think it's slow. I think the 5th or 4th episode, I can't remember which one it was, where they go to like, where's she from? I don't want to get it wrong because I'm going to get flamed. I want to
Isn't it
say
Cairo?
Like
Or no, it's not
I
Cairo.
want to say like Pakistan, maybe. Maybe she was Paki. I can't remember.
I think she was. Yeah.
When
yeah.
she goes there and fights the villains that were horrible.
I was about to
I can't remember their
say,
name.
the biggest thing about that show was the villains were god awful.
They weren't god awful. They were just forgettable. They weren't built up to at all. And then like I think the Department of Damage Control was fun. Like I thought it was a fine
Okay.
villain. I thought they were good. Like when they go back to Jersey City in the last episode, I thought it was great. And I was like, oh, thank God we're back in Jersey City because that's what made the show so cool. Was the style of Jersey City and never having a Marvel movie there or a show there was pretty cool. Mon Villani is great. Miss Marvel, she's amazing. She has the most charisma I've seen in Marvel for a very long time. Like just grabs your attention right away. What's up?
All right. Even though I don't agree that's the best show, but just because of favoritism, but I will say, imagine having your first acting role and it's your own Marvel show.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's big.
That's insane.
yeah. But I
A lot
love
of
her.
pressure too.
For
Yeah,
real.
it is a lot of pressure. But I thought she killed it. She did a great job. Just so many heartfelt moments. Plus, we get the freaking she's a mutant, and we get the X-Men 97 theme in there, and I'm just a sucker for that. I love me some of
Real
that stuff.
quick, to back it up. Didn't they say Namor's a mutant in this last
Yes,
in Wakanda
yes.
Forever? I was like, whoa.
Well,
That's how he got the
okay.
wings. Yeah.
That was pretty dope. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, that's my favorite show. That's my overall thoughts on Phase 4. I'm going to start with my rating because we're going to go back around. Phase 4. Just like what'd you give it? Like A, B, C, D, whatever. I think I give Phase 4 an A-. That's what I give it. That's what I give it.
Any context or just
Context, I think the worst wasn't even the worst of Marvel. And the best is some of the best of Marvel we've gotten. Everything's been kind of like middle of the pack in rankings that I've seen. But
Mid.
I just think as a phase, it's put together well. Oh no, what happened?
somebody said mid?
Who was it?
Oh,
Who
wow,
was
you
it?
said
'Cause I heard it out of
Matt.
nowhere.
Wow. I don't think Phase 4 is mid. I think Phase 1 is mid. Come at me. It's mid. Mid. Mid.
Yeah.
Iron Man
yeah.
2, mid. Thor, mid. Incredible Hulk,
You're mid.
bad.
Actually,
Captain
I think
America:
Incredible
First
Hulk was that
Avenger, mid. Come at me. Come at me. I don't care. The First Avenger is mid. Mid
It's
action.
nostalgic, but
Or the Dark World is mid, actually.
Oh, that's
Thor
Phase
Dark
2.
World is-
Phase 2
that's
also
not just
mid.
mid. That's bad.
Yeah.
Wait,
so-
but what? Phase 2 is like the Winter Soldier.
Huh?
True.
Phase 2 is like the.
Yeah, Phase
Stuff
2
like
also
that,
has
right?
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Oh.
so the beginning of Phase 2 is not great, but then you get to the good stuff.
Phase 3 was my favorite.
Oh, Phase 2 also has Age of Ultron, mid.
Yeah, that. But I love
So-
3. Phase 3.
Yeah, Phase 3 is the best phase, obviously. But I think Phase 4 is doing a good job after Endgame. It's been about grief, and it's been about, moving on
Drama.
post-Endgame.
Drama.
Ooh.
The drama.
Sorry.
I like some drama.
Not
Marvel
drama.
needs more
Trauma.
Oh, trauma. Oh, I like trauma too.
Nope.
Trauma's great.
Nope.
Lots of
Okay.
trauma. Lots of trauma. Anyways, but yeah, it was just a great phase when it comes to persevering after grief and trauma. Sure, it may be goofy sometimes. Sure, She-Hulk's goofy. Sure, Thor's goofy. But guess what? Thor's been goofy this whole time. Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw the news today about Chris Hemsworth, but he's taking a break from acting due to his Alzheimer's higher possibility of getting Alzheimer's due to like a rare gene combination. So
Really?
yeah, he's taking a break, and I don't know how long he's going to be gone. But yeah, prayers
I
up,
mean-
Chris Hemsworth.
Hard on him.
Yep. But
Holy
yeah.
crap! I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's my score. A-.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Who wants to go next? Matt, we'll go to you.
I'll give it a. I mean, like
Mid.
I've barely seen of it. I mean, it's alright. It's alright.
I mean, all right.
I mean, it's all right.
Overhyped is.
Overrated.
I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus because, like, I don't know. I haven't seen more than half of the stuff. It sounds like, and some of the stuff just looks irrelevant to start with. So I just been like, eh.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, like some of the worst of Phase 4 has been some of the worst of Marvel. But then, like some of the best has been the best. Like
Yeah.
No Way Home, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
I mean, Thor Love and Thunder is not as good as Thor Ragnarok in my opinion, but I still enjoyed it.
Oh, Lord, no. Yeah.
I haven't even watched Eternals or Black Widow, any of that
Yeah.
stuff. So
Mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
yeah,
Big old mid.
Sub mid, actually.
Phase 3 definitely still the best phase, for sure.
hmm
Oh yeah.
All right, Braven, what's up? Give me yo. Grade.
I'm actually gonna have same rating as Matt because I'd say B plus just because you got some of the best Marvel, No Way Home, Wakanda Forever, and some of my favorite moments like with Hawkeye and crap, my brain just went dead. Anyway,
Loki.
but yeah, Loki and but you also have like some very stupid stuff and mid, like y'all are saying, and I'm just like I don't want to like give it A tier kind of thing because I'm like it doesn't really feel like it needs to go up there. The only reason why it's so good right now is just because of No Way Home, Wakanda Forever, and stuff like that is just pushing it up. But there's just so much bringing it down as well.
Okay. Wilkey.
I'm torn between an A- to like a B+.
See, that's not.
So it's kind of like college. So you can have 8 A's, but that one F is going to give you a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, Shang-Chi, No Way Home, Wakanda Forever, what's the other one? Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
Like, A's, in my opinion, A's. They're really, really good. But then you have Eternals. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not your best work. And, like, not...
Really?
you need to work on it, sweet. I'm kidding. It's like... To me, a film shouldn't leave you with more questions. It should give you answers, but make you willing to ask more questions that will be answered later. That's what gets people drawn in.
Like Wakanda Forever.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not an A plus simply because Eternals. It's A minus because it plays well off of this super big fight with Thanos, and it's all about rebuilding, and it's about grieving and loving people, friendships, everything. And to grieve deeply is to have loved, openly and everything.
What is grief?
If you know that quote, Braven, I'm looking at you. If you know that quote, props to you.
Wait, say again? Sorry, I was reading something.
So grieved deeply is to have loved greatly.
Oh crap! I know that one actually.
All right. Anyways, but
yeah, let me tell
but it's a perfect phase to focus on rebuilding and creating a new set of heroes after the Avengers, pretty much. So.
Word. Ethan, your grade. Go ahead.
I'm gonna agree with you, Dylan. I give it A minus. Like they said, Eternals is pretty bad, and but also I feel like y'all aren't focusing on some of the shows were very good. Like you had was Falcon and the Winter Soldier in Phase 4?
Yes.
Or was that?
Oh, it was.
You had Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You had Loki. You had whoever thinks. You had She-Hulk, which was good. I don't care what y'all say.
She-Hulk was good.
You had Miss Marvel. You had some very good shows. And that's one direction I really am happy that Marvel went in. Shut up, Wilkey. It's adding adding more shows in there. I feel like that gives it the A minus for me because it brings up some of the weight off of some of the bad movies.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, 2 A minuses. Wait, 3 A minuses, right? What could you give an A minus? 3 A minuses, 2 B pluses. So that equals out pretty well. We all thought about the same thing. Teeter-totter. I teeter-tottered on a B plus too.
They passed.
I was definitely doing it. Yeah, I definitely teeter-tottered between A minus and B plus. I was like, well, there are some stinkers, but there's a lot of good stuff too. So yeah, that's really cool that we all kind of had the same grade there. So now moving on to the next topic here. I asked recently, me and Ethan did, on our Instagrams about Q&As. So we were doing a Q&A
and I
today.
didn't get any answers, so I will remember that, you guys.
Yeah.
No, he got an answer. He got an answer. He just doesn't want to talk about it.
Braven responded to it, but it was stupid. Braven's just a silly guy.
No. The reason I responded is
because
I responded because he said he's an expert in it. So.
I didn't say I was an expert in it.
Yes, you did. You said you're an expert, so.
You guys get to ponder on what that is. So the first question I want to start off with, you guys should know it. I sent it in the script. So maybe you guys have an answer prepared. If you don't, I'm going to go first anyway so you can think about it. So, favorite actor or actress performance in a movie? Or a show. Movie or show. I'm going to go first. So, this is for my favorite movie of all time, The Dark Knight. Many of y'all may think that I am going to say, you know what? No, I'm going to say it. I changed my mind on the freaking go. I was going to say Gary Oldman or Aaron Eckhart in The Dark Knight. But no, Heath Ledger as the Joker is my favorite performance of all time. There is not a scene wasted. There is not a line of dialogue that is delivered a wrong way. His presence is insane. Rest in peace to Heath Ledger. I wish we had more of him. Just incredible. I loved it. Let's see. Who has an answer? Who has one?
Everybody except for you.
Except for me? I just said my answer.
Well, everybody hasn't answered except you just gave your answer.
No. He's asking who has an answer. Who has an answer for this question?
Oh.
I'll go.
Okay, Wilkey, go.
Okay, Wilkey goes.
All right. So this is a show, not a movie.
Okay.
All right. I have 2. So you have Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
And you have John Bernthal from The Walking Dead.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Dynamic duo, if you know. All right.
Yeah.
So Andrew Lincoln was mainly known for rom-coms and stuff.
Yeah.
And really get into the show like The Walking Dead kind of made him a megastar. Never won an award for it, which is absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
Never won an award for it. And the show was immensely popular. I think it was like the most popular show
I watched it
ever.
every week for a little bit.
ever.
Yeah.
Household name.
So,
Well, I want to say Game of Thrones
Andrew
is probably more
Lincoln.
popular show, but
okay, yeah,
But
that's
that's behind
probably
it.
correct. I think. But Andrew Lincoln, amazing actor. John Bernthal, actually, his career grew because of
For
his
sure.
involvement with The Walking Dead,
Punisher, baby.
Wolf of Wall Street. Like,
Baby Driver.
yeah.
Great movie. Baby Driver's awesome.
But yeah, just those two in particular are kind of striking me. So,
Word. Who wants to go next? Raise your hand. Go. No one raised their hand.
No.
Ethan will go.
Can I do?
well, you're answering, so you don't have to ask. You
To do whatever you want, I guess.
Okay.
do whatever you
No,
Well, I was
it's
gonna do a.
Wait, what, Matt? What, Matt?
What? What?
forget it.
We can't hear him anymore, and he's so salty over it too.
He said, forget it.
I said no. It's may I, but forget the joke.
Oh, it wasn't even a good one.
Yeah. Just like that
You
stupid
dad.
Harry Styles joke. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna see if I could do a show and a movie, but I'll start off with the show.
Okay.
And I just forgot.
All right, do your movie.
Mm.
Oh my God, Ethan!
Ethan, what the heck,
Did
man?
you just like have
This
a stroke?
man's-
What just happened?
I did have.
This
Matt
man
messed me up.
is like, oh.
Oh my God, you good?
Brother.
Yeah, go
Oh
on
my
to somebody
God.
else for now.
Oh my
bad.
God. Oh my
It really just.
Holy cow! What the heck?
That was incredible to watch. Oh my God. That was insane.
Every thought just left my
It's
mind.
like
for a
every
second.
air
My
code
bad.
just went off in Ethan's brain at the
All right,
exact
Braven,
same time.
you go. Braven, you go.
I don't even have one yet, brother. I'm over
Matt,
here
you
trying
go.
to think.
Matt, you go.
I'm looking at the
Nope.
wall.
Thinking,
The
bro.
Elvis Presley
like,
guy.
I told y'all to think before the podcast.
Brother, I have been
I got
busy
you, Dylan.
trying to get
I
the
got you,
other
Dylan.
topics done.
Yeah, me and Wilkey got it on lock.
no, hold on. Y'all didn't let me finish. All right, like I was trying to say, I couldn't really think of my favorite performance of all time because I would have to think of my favorite movie of all time. I don't really have one, but here recently, my favorite performance, I guess, would be it's Austin Butler from the movie Elvis.
Pull out
Thought
the
he-
prop. We know you have it
No
somewhere.
way. No way. Dude, he has that thing on lock every time. Every time, bro. Spotify, you just
Anyway.
pulled out the Elvis case again. So there you go. That was your. There you go.
Anyways, I don't know. I don't know. Watching that just brought me back to like my childhood of watching the old tapes with my grandparents and my dad and them. Just like brought me back to my childhood, and he like replicated Elvis perfectly. He didn't really look like him, but the movements and everything, it was spot on. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I really movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ethan, you have your thoughts back yet?
No,
Oh my God.
my word! I've never seen that happen like to someone like that. That's
Dude,
crazy.
he had one, and then like Matt interrupted him, and he came back, and Ethan was like, I forgot. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy.
My guy's
that you
brain
just
went
forgot.
into the back rooms. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Your brain went to the back rooms.
Dude, I've
And
never.
I still haven't got it back.
All
That's
right,
just
let's add some good suggestions. Ben Affleck.
Mm.
What's a good one, DB? Since I don't know.
What's your favorite movie, Ethan? What's your favorite movie of all time? Tell me.
Shoot.
Tell me.
What? What?
Favorite movie of all time?
I
Go.
mean, Into the Spider-Verse, I guess. I don't
Okay,
know.
we got Jake Johnson. We got Haley Steinfeld. We got Chris Pine as Spider-Man for a minute.
hang on
Nicolas
a second.
Cage. Catherine Hahn's in it.
Chris Evans.
Dang, Ethan. Jesus,
I
we're going to
will
have to move on to the
say-
next question. We're going to run over time.
I will say it's
Uh,
it's the same movie you said, but the flip side of yours, it's not exact Christian Bale, not
Okay.
specifically in that
Okay.
movie, but like he is one
Oh, he's
of
my
a
favorite
very
actor.
he's a very good actor, like in multiple different things, like just
Mm-hmm.
very
Very
good.
good.
I
Okay.
still don't know the show that I was gonna do, but there's that.
Nah, we're moving on either way, so it doesn't matter. Braven, what's up?
I got mine because I didn't know we were actually going to count like anime movies, and I was like, because I had mine for anime movies, and I was like, I thought you were just talking about live action or anything like
It's a
that, but
movie,
no,
man.
I'm sorry, my apologies. But my favorite would be crap, my brain just went dead too. Frick. Wow.
What is
What is
going on?
happening?
It's How to
It's
Train Your
late.
Dragon. Crap, my brain went dead on the actor. Last name Butler.
You talking about the
with the
dad?
stick-up?
You talking about the dad?
Yeah.
Crap. I'm gonna look him up.
See, it's not
Oh,
just me.
it's Gerard Butler. Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gerard Butler. Yeah.
Him as Stoic.
Got you.
Him as Stoic and How to Train Your Dragon 2. Him as Stoic and How to
Okay.
Train Your Dragon 2 broke, like, in general. Yeah.
Okay. There we
Yeah,
go.
there you
We
go.
got past
Oh.
that. Jesus Christ.
What was
How is
wrong
that so
with
hard?
us?
That question? That question was the hardest question.
Holy,
I've had to go through.
holy
We
cow.
got a more difficult question as the second one. Like, I'm
The
kind of
test
nervous.
isn't that hard.
Jesus
The first
Christ.
question
That was
is just
We just got through that question. What's the second one?
all right. One thing that you regret in life.
Oh,
One thing you regret.
I'll go first. I know that one.
Okay.
Don't interrupt me or I might forget it. But
ah,
one thing I regret is not getting like getting not my life on track sooner, but like not getting in the gym, not knowing what I wanted to do sooner. Like I was just kind of messing around and just kind of like basically taking control of my life. That I sad I didn't do that sooner.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good thing is now you do have control of your life. So that
Exactly.
is something that.
And it's a very not relaxing, but it's a very like you have kind of peace in it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You got a
For
plan.
Sure, for sure. I'm trying to think of one.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead, Raven.
It's gonna be kind of deep because like it's kind of serious,
Let's get deep.
at least to me. But I regret not spending as much time in my teenage years with my family and stuff. So I regret that 'cause I felt like
Valid.
I felt like every teenager's like this. Like you push away like your parents, and, like think you know it all, and like you push away like your family who's closest to you. And I regret like how I acted. I think in a lot of situations, to where like I'm definitely trying to make up for it now and within the past few years, where I'm just like, yeah, I know I was a big jerk, so I need to reconcile and stuff like that. And so I was just like, I say that's probably one of my biggest regrets is just my attitude when I was younger. So
Yeah, I think I'm going to play off of that. I think that's probably mine. Speaking as the only person that I think that lives not with his parents right now. I'm in college. I live in an apartment for people who don't know that. I think high school and middle school is such a weird time, and I responded in a bad way to like not push my parents away, but like not enjoy those moments to where I don't have to worry about spending money on certain things. I don't have to worry about food on the table tomorrow. I don't have to worry about a ride to school. I don't, just stuff like that. And I think you take a lot of that stuff for granted. And I'm really trying to spend more time with them now. Every time I come home, they know I like watching movies. They know I like watching shows. That's like our favorite thing to do is when I come home is watch a movie or watch a show or something like that. And I'm really trying to capitalize on what I have now, because now in a couple years I'm going to be graduating college, and that's a whole different ballgame. So I think if you're listening to this now, you're in high school, middle school, you need to cherish the moments with your parents, because it goes like this. Snap.
even if you're listening to this in like 5 years in the future and you're in high school, middle school, just at any time, just cherish moments with your parents, your siblings, just your family in general, because time just moves by so fast. Like we were watching old videos recently, and it's just crazy to see how time just flies.
Yeah, but that's probably my one regret. I try not to have a lot of regrets in life, but that's probably just the one I have, is not really cherishing those younger years with family and friends and stuff like that as much as I should have. Yeah. Anyone else? I don't know. Who hasn't spoke yet? I think it's Wilkey and Matt. Who wants to go?
You first,
Who wants
Matt.
to go?
Oh boy.
All right. Yeah, I'll touch base like off of the same thing, man. Like I feel like we're all in that same boat, man. Like there's sometimes I feel like I've chose like to go hang out with my friends over spending time with my family, like the quality time with my family. And I missed some moments at home. I mean, I used to like not go out of the house a lot growing up until like my senior year of high school. I was really like I stayed at home a lot. But then whenever I like got a taste of like doing something else besides just hanging out in the house all the time, I really like took advantage of it and went and hung out with friends like almost every day. And I didn't realize that like I didn't set back time to hang out with my family. And now like just with work and school and then like trying to put the gym involved with that as well, and I just feel like I don't have enough time for anything like that. And then so yeah, I mean I just regret not like really spending a lot of time with my family sometimes. So
Word.
yeah.
Word. Wilkey, what you got, brother?
Oh Lord.
I
Oh,
regret nothing.
Whoa.
I regret nothing. So this is going to be probably a long conversation, but so a year ago I had regrets because, well, without regret you can't really understand how far you've gone and everything. But for my mindset, I've kind of had to force myself to not regret anything, because if you regret something, you didn't learn the lesson in the first place. So, do I feel bad about certain things? Sure, absolutely. I think we all kind of feel terrible about certain things. Oh, I wish I could do this. But now it's more of a just do it. Don't wish for it, just do it. I could be a better brother. That's true. Have I done anything about it? No. Could I?
Yeah.
Absolutely. What can I do? But also, too, my story is not the same as your guys. You guys talking about family. If you know my story, my family life is not the best. Story I will not go into because some of my close friends don't even know. My family life is not ideal. Could be better. Absolutely. Do I regret it? No.
Yeah.
Because I know when I have a family, I know the expectation for myself to have a good family. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
I kind of want to play off something. I know I'm kind of interrupting you right now, but I want to play off of that like kind of regretting thing. Like, I think not having regrets is great because your decisions that you make kind of shape who you are in a way. So like the way your life is. So like, you say your family life's not that great and that you don't regret it. And honestly, that's because that can shape you to become a better father or a better, family man and make your family better than what your family was when you were growing up. And because you have that perspective, you put more into it than maybe even us, than maybe we would, So I think that's important. And it's not like regrets are important sometimes, but also like you can regret something but still be like, I'm glad I went through that because it helped make who I am today, kind of thing. And I think that's what you're saying. And I might have just stepped on your moment, but I'm sorry. We'll pick up the moment and you can keep talking.
But I mean, kind of, that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. But also, too, I think sometimes we limit ourselves when we give regrets, to what we hold and everything. Like, there's stuff I have that are like probably close to regrets.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a very open person. Very sarcastic. If you ask me a question, 10 times out of 10, I will give you the most logical solution, and I will hurt your feelings if you ask me the question, because my goal is to help you. It's not to appease you with lies and make you hurt longer, because that's what I went through. Why would I put you through that? Yeah. It doesn't serve my purpose as a best friend or a friend or an acquaintance if I prolong your pain. I either numb it for you or I knock the pain out of you. That sounds really violent. That's not the way it's meant to be taken, but
all right.
Like, if I work out with you, I'm gonna push you.
Yeah.
You're not finishing this set until you do the full reps.
I can, yeah, that's true.
Because
I'll say
you
that's
may
true.
hate me. You may hate me, but you'll realize 2 years from now, he had a point. You know.
No. I'm going into a military camp when I go with Wilkey to the gym. I've learned that in the 2 times I've gone. So I've
we are
learned
staying in the gym.
Yeah.
Like it was to the point where I was just like, all right, I'm going home. Good night, guys. I'm gonna die in my bed.
Yeah.
But I guess to answer the question, I guess the only thing I kind of have is it's really tricky to answer. Showing how deep I grieve for losing friendships. It's not really a regret. It's just something I could be better at. Again, in a game that Ethan's not beat yet and Dylan's not played through yet.
But I played it.
There's a quote that I mentioned previously. To have grieved deeply is to have loved openly. Is to have loved fully. So I was a few days ago, I was laying down. I was just minding my business, just thinking about some past stuff. I was like, Ishao, I was sad because I loved them fully.
Yeah.
That's kind of a new mindset I'm getting into. It's like, okay, that means I've accepted the way things are and I'm okay with being alone if I have to be. It's okay. So I feel like this year I've become really blunt, really serious, really logical, really sarcastic. So that's pretty much a long-winded answer. But
that was a really good answer. Well, guess what? Because that answer was so long-winded, we are going to... oh, wait, Ethan, what's up?
I was just going to ask, what part is that at, Wilkey? Because I might have... Okay, never mind.
No, you haven't. I just went and looked at your trophies. No, you haven't.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sure.
So we're going to end it here. Kind of on a somber note, but, you know, we like to touch all the spec. No, it's all
I'm
good.
mentally healthy, I promise. I'm good. I'm good, guys.
Of course, this has been Hog Rider Radio. If you like this, the podcast, I would enjoy the subscription. We all would enjoy the subscription, actually, on YouTube. Like, comment, all that good stuff. If you're on Spotify, give us a follow, rate us 5 stars, or however many stars you think we deserve. If we don't deserve 5, it's okay. You can give us like 4 or 3.
We do.
We're mid. 5. But if you think we don't, it's okay. You can give us 3 or 4. It's okay. But yeah, if you liked all of us, or just one of us, if you like Matt more than Ethan, or you like Wilkey more than Braven, all of our socials are in the description of this podcast, so you can click on any of them. There's Twitch, there's Instagram, Twitch and Instagram. I think that's really about it, honestly. I think I put my Twitter in there. I don't know. I can't remember all the socials that are in there.
Twitter's gonna die anyway, so.
I'm about to say that. That's a dying.
Mine's coming back, baby.
No, Twitter's probably dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But also, Hog Rider Radio, Instagram, and Twitch will be in there. We will be streaming a video game maybe sometime soon. We'll see. Maybe a little bit of Warzone. That's what I was maybe thinking. If the guys that have COD, we can get on there. Wilkie's kind of giving me that grimace, but that's a fun little game to stream. So we might do that. And just give us a follow. Subscribe, or not subscribe, but you know what I mean. Sub on Twitch. That'd be great. Actually, there's a subscribe button on Twitch. It's late. Okay, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. So with that is it. I love you guys, but you have to say it back. All right. Thank you. Have a fantastic day / night, whatever time zone it is.